feels really nice to be just us. And that feels really, it feels deep. It feels like we can go really deep. And I think we will this weekend. So we could just take a moment to feel that we have arrived here in the room. We're going to start with maybe working through something with you, Peter. There was some struggle today.
Yeah. So I got distressed around putting together posts for the group and getting an image sorted out, photo. But I think much of it was about, I tried to do a website 20 years ago. I couldn't do it, and I didn't know why. Just had a block, just could not do it. And it became apparent after many years it was just the unworthiness of, it was a website as a therapist, as a practitioner. So that fear keeps coming up, and I am aware of it as kind of unworthy. It's just fear. It's just
like believing in inadequacy. Or something.
I would say.
Yeah.
I was just being here. I felt kind of unworthy, just with everybody. Felt okay. I didn't. With around you, I felt it strongly first. I've always had that. And I just decided to look at you, rather than look away from you. This is what I did. So I was just looking at you, and then you looked up at me, and then we looked at each other for some time. So it just feels like the unworthiness in the light, really, or stepping through, I don't know really, but...
Is there something more, something to expose or share?
Well, with Solvay, we had a couple of difficult times, and so it's in some ways, I don't know how to speak about this. If I know what I'm doing, I can do stuff.
Just imagine that nobody else is here, and everybody else, you just watch your mind,
Yeah.
This is...
So it just is a part of me, like a 5-year-old, that just feels alone, and there's a sort of anxiety that comes up. And that'll also come up if I push trying to do something. But there are some things like computer things that still I kind of believe I can't do it or it's never going to work. So that makes me a bit needy for help. And Solveig at one level was willing to help. But it's always, a lot of the time, it's been a struggle collaborating together. I just got really distressed around that today.
So what happened? What did you do?
We'd had a tension earlier, quite a while earlier, so that I think was still carried through somehow, but I just spoke about it. And it's like, I did put it to Solveig, you know, like, what's happening here? What's, you know, like, I mean, I am blaming her a bit, but it's, I feel wrong for suggesting it's the other. It's like, I almost was like with my mother or something, and just fucking absent somehow. That's how I have it. Just this like, oh, I just can't connect. It's just, and you know, I'm thinking I've got to get this done before the retreat. I was aware of that as well. But I was aware of that. I can't really easily go there. It just, I think I shut down around it somewhat, but it just comes up anyway.
You can hire someone.
Sorry?
You can hire someone.
I can what?
Hire
someone. Right. I don't really want to. I want to learn how to do this. I really want to learn how to do this. And Solveig, a bit later, having gone through a lot of this, she really, really helped me. Really showed. It was fun, and it had felt like hell before, just trying to. We weren't even doing it.
So there was something in this. So you started to say you felt really, really, really hard to talk about this. So there's something maybe that you want to express that you haven't. That you want to protect a bit. I don't know.
Protect her?
No, something in you.
Oh.
Something. Maybe you feel ashamed or something.
I did. I kind of like. I never said it to my mother or father or my family. And I always assumed it was me, I suppose. Whatever it was.
But then you said you want to make it, that it's about them.
Sorry?
You said you wanted to make it about her.
A bit, yeah. I wanted to sort of say, like, what's happening here? Why is this so difficult? Meaning, why are you so difficult?
So the responsibility, taking responsibility for this deep belief in inadequacy, that was too tough, so you blamed instead.
Today?
Yeah, today.
No, I did say that I was really anxious about doing it, and then I wanted to go back and I had felt I had some guidance of how I wanted it to look, but I needed to look at some other examples which I'd found. So I just needed to go through that. But there was an anxiety. I think the anxiety was, I mean, you're right, there is this inadequacy. I mean, you damn well know that. It's like, but I'm a little above that now. And that's what it feels like. So when you said about having a session, I think I do want to avoid this place, but I feel like just at this moment, the moment's passed a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe this was it, but it
Yeah.
felt like there was something that you were afraid to expose. But
I think that is definitely true.
Mm.
There's a real anxiety that comes up.
Mm.
But it also dawned on me that because it feels like it's also about this unworthiness of being the light, or however we describe that. So it sort of came into my mind at one moment of the fear of present joining, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think the light requires you to be an expert on making websites. I don't think it's a required step.
No, I don't think the problem is doing the website or doing these designs. It's just that I feel inadequate.
Mm.
I don't see why I can't do it.
And that's your problem, that you
Okay.
say that to yourself. I can't see why I can't do
Yeah.
this. You have a standard, you should be able to do this, and you keep for so long, many, many years. You have not done it. It's very harsh to have that requirement, as if you have to do that to reach enlightenment. As if enlightenment is here and you have to do this first. Websites or announcements.
Mm.
I think it's a mental block.
I think you're right.
It's not a real block,
No.
even. So I think maybe very soon something will happen and you will make this announcement or whatever you're
Yeah.
planning, but without this pressure. It's the spirit's job, even that, even tech.
So some part of me doesn't know what you're talking about,
Mm.
as you said that. As you said it's spiritual, I'm kind of going like, hang on a minute, it's
Mm.
what?
You think it's your job, yeah.
Presumably.
Mm. I think Solveig mentioned it the other day. She said something about you. He thinks he can't do it, but that's just his thoughts, she said. She knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something deeper. Can I just try a memory I had as a child? That my mother, I couldn't do making these planes, plastic planes, AFICs, they were called, models. And I would get these, or they'd be given to me, and I'd try them, and I could get so far, and then I couldn't get any further, and I couldn't read the instructions. It just drove me bananas. I couldn't make sense of the instructions.
Mm.
So I told my mother, and she said, speak to your father. This never happened. She said, ask him to help you. And I said, yeah, I can't quite remember. I think I did that, and then I must have had to speak to my mother again. She said, fix a time with him. So I did. Saturday morning. And he was with me about 2 minutes, and the doorbell went, and he went off, and I didn't see him again.
Mm.
And that kind of symptomized, that kind of was like my experience of him. In fact, mostly my mother said, don't go to your father, come to me about things, and I will speak, because apparently he was really jealous of us all.
So the one chance you had in childhood to learn how to build, you were deprived of it. So
yeah, and there was a potential collaboration.
yeah, so maybe there was a deep belief that was formed that it was hopeless for you to learn.
Hopeless.
Mm.
Or hopeless to... I really don't know, but hopeless to be supported somehow.
Okay, well.
Thank you. When you say mental block, I don't really get this. I just get anxious. I get really anxious.
Well, just the belief that you should be able to do this, but you can't. That's like hell.
I think I have the idea I can do anything. I did have that idea when I was younger.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. But then I learned a bit later, and that was at the time when I was also going into the army and things.
Yeah. Your Christ self, the Christ self can do anything.
Yeah.
And Peter self, you don't have to fix it. The Peter self, he won't be able to do anything, really. And that's okay.
What?
I remember a childhood book. It was called I Can Drive All the Cars.
You can drive a what?
All cars.
All cars.
Yeah, all cars. It's like a little book probably for a little boy. Yeah. And it was called I Can Drive All Cars. But we don't need that type of boosted confidence, I can do anything. So even...
I felt I could, though, as well.
So even to give this over, even to let someone else do this for you and feel okay about that.
I'm not getting this. That's what I'm sitting here, just not getting something here. Just...
I think it is because you believe you don't get how to do this. What is it you're gonna do? An ad, a post?
Yeah, it's just some posts on some sites, local kind of expat sites or some spiritual sites, and doing a Facebook event page, and I can do all that. I can do all this.
You made an events page for us.
I did, exactly.
That's so good.
Yeah. But it was doing this it's not just in this area, but it's when I come to something new I've never done, and then I feel like I can't do this. I don't know how to do this, and there's a deep dread and a deep aversion and holding back. And once, I did that event page, so now a part of me goes, And I remember doing it, and I did it more than once because I couldn't handle it very well to begin with. And then we spoke about it, and then when I went back, I think you even helped a bit, and it then fell into place. It just worked.
Yeah.
And that's how you step through, isn't it? I mean, that's just something like that. And I feel this is stepping through, but it's like, but I hear what you're saying. I think I can do this, or I ought to be able to do it.
That's, yeah, I ought to be able to
Yeah.
do it again. That's this voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can see this is how I survived as a child, if you like. And I was quite resourceful one way or another. Not emotionally, but I was.
Maybe we can imagine that your father came back. He went to the door, but then he came back to you and went through this with you and taught you.
So immediately what comes up, I won't be able to blame him anymore. That's what came up, like the grievance I've got or whatever.
Yeah. You
can feel that hatred down
you
here.
can allow to blame him a little more, but still imagine that he came back and he helped you. It's hard to imagine.
It's hard. It's really hard. I can feel my eyes are moving around all over the place, and I feel hatred. I think that's what's hard. I'm facing that. I feel I want to hate him. This feels some opening around this. Yeah, I find it just difficult to be here now, really. I could cry, but I don't really want to cry. I think I'm really angry.
I'm feeling you, Matthew. I know.
I'm Matthew's in my mind.
Yeah, because you have had Matthew in mind a lot.
Yeah.
You're the father. You're the father.
I'm the father. Yeah, when you started, I thought of the family constellations thing. I could come back, you know. I could pretend to leave and then come back.
You could even go stand next to him, close.
Can you just, what was that again?
You said you had a memory of your father. He came down to help you for a minute, but then he left.
Yes.
But I could do that, but come back.
You start with you just standing there by the side.
But I was your father also on the family constellation. Do you remember?
Yeah,
and it was the same thing about not being there.
Okay.
And you said you weren't there in the way I wanted you to be, or something.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
And then
but now he's your father.
Yeah.
So he was in
I
your
really
mind.
don't want you to be my father.
I am your father.
Oh, fuck off then. Fuck off. Fuck off.
So when he was in your mind now, you were angry at him, Matthew?
No, not particularly. It just felt like there was a mutual dynamic also, somehow. I'd like to get through this.
Can you forgive him?
Sorry?
Can you forgive him? Can you please forgive him?
I don't really know what I'm forgiving him for. But there's something that gets very cloudy for me. I don't know, I really wanted to hate my father, but I don't know. This feels like a block in my mind, a bit like you were describing earlier. I feel really frustrated, and I can feel like almost like I've got to try to do something, and I just can't get there.
So something you can say, Matthew? You could even do role play. If you did come back from, he's the kid, 5 years old maybe.
Suddenly the kid came in strongly. As soon as you said the kid, I was going, oh, I could see the chubby little kid. And
yeah, so you would maybe like him, like his age, or. But that.
Well,
that
I covered
scenario.
it all up.
Let's go to the scenario that you described, and Matthew comes back and is your father, and something he can say here.
I'm here now, Peter. I can help you.
I don't believe you. I mean, you're here, but you're not here. I don't really believe you. Don't trust you.
Well, I'm not going to go anywhere this time.
Okay, that kind of went in a bit.
Yeah, feel.
There's something I could feel, that suddenly the vulnerability of letting him in, like a bit like I felt earlier today. Sort of 5-year-old.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
It's done.
I mean, something did go in.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Partially, at least, I felt rather than a hardness or just like a kind of dazed place.
Yeah, no, you can allow the softness of this to be with you as you announce your event on those websites.
And what, sorry?
Next time you're going to try to work with this, announcing the event.
Yeah.
I think this softness will be with you.
Right.
It's like Matthew is the father, the support. Yeah. I can feel it, I can see it. You can even call him, when you
Yeah. He's going to be intolerant.
No. I'll be patient.
I had to say you'll be patient. Okay. Okay. That's a deal. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You back over on the electric bike.
What's that?
You can come on the electric bike.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. Have another chance to get on that bike.
Yeah, thank you. It's helpful. I feel so frustrated still. I can do this if I can only just do it, feel it. It does feel like a significant thing, this.
Yeah, so much so that you want to project. You want to say, for example, to Solveig, what's wrong with you? When you're in that frustration.
Yeah.
And so there is so much conviction that you can't resolve this, so you must blame, And but I think we did some good things here. I think you can trust, and I know you feel like it still feels not resolved fully, but that's because I think it was so thick, this fear and this defense. It was very thick, like a thick layer. In your mind.
Yeah, I think it must be.
Yeah.
It's the only way I could explain it to myself.
Yeah. But I think we can trust now. We can trust that, there's some opening.
Well, I trust you enough to be able to blame you later if it doesn't happen.
Oh, sure.
It's tricky, the mind, isn't it? Yeah. What I've had, and I had this with one of my partners really strongly, I didn't feel met by Solveig today. So there's a fierceness in here. I can feel an absolute fierceness in me.
Do you feel good? I feel good about you supporting her.
Okay.
Supporting, extend love to Solveig, even right now. Instead of, there has been a demand that she should offer you something, and she didn't.
I feel right about it, so I don't. That feels hard.
To take her hand or stroke her arm or something. Could you afford that?
We could do that, but it doesn't feel entirely true for me. I could do it. I've done it. I can do it.
Can you love her? See her innocence.
Not really. I mean, it's mixed. It's like, I want to.
You're worthy. You're worthy to express your love. There's not a test to go through first.
I just feel hostility here somewhere. That's what was just coming up just before you spoke, and that's before you even included Solveig.
Well, it's okay. Maybe you want to be with that for a bit, and then when you're ready, you can.
I could say something. I mean, and it may break through, but I'm sort of kind of going like, I love you. It's not entirely. I really want to love you.
Yeah. It's okay. We can maybe leave it with this.
Yeah.
Maybe there is some other expressions too. I think.
I feel inadequate. about where I've got to with it. Yeah.
Sometimes the healing is unseen too. You will notice it later. There was an opening.
Hope so, because it feels like shut doors and this. I can only think this is anger and hatred.
Yeah, it's fear.
Fear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fear. Okay.
Disbelief. Kind
Yeah.
of fear.
Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah, I feel impotent in this place. I feel like I'm trapped. Whatever I do, I'm stuck at the moment, at this moment.
And I don't think others see you the way you see you. Because you said earlier that you know that I see you as impotent or something. Or
As what?
You told me that I see you as a failure. I don't know what word you used in the beginning of this session. You said that I also see it or something. But I want to tell you that others don't see you as a failure. We don't see you as incompetent. I just want you to know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember all that, but it's kind of
Well,
gone.
that's all you need to remember. We don't
Thank you.
see you as incompetent
Right.
the way you see
Yeah.
yourself sometimes.
Yeah, in this place I can't believe that. I don't normally feel this strongly about it, but yeah. Thank you.
Okay. How are you doing there, Anne?
Not good.
What are you doing with your mind at the moment?
I've got like a real raging anger. A lot of impatience. And it's like, can I release this? I got quite impatient with Dirk a couple of times today. But then I blame myself for putting myself in the kitchen when really I think I needed to rest, but I was in doer. So
After dinner?
Yeah, I didn't know how to rest, so I thought, well, probably I'll be okay, but and then I got really angry because he'd hid the cakes. I mean, it was supposedly funny, but I was really angry. So it's like, well...
He hit the cake.
Hid them. It's like twice.
Behind locked doors, they were.
Hit them.
Why is he hidden the cakes? I didn't really want a cake, but I wanted a cake because I couldn't have one. So it's like, I know that there's something going on, and I don't want to be here. I just don't want to be here. But that's not all of me. And it's the old familiar feeling of wanting to separate and find it's because of something to do with Dirk, not really. He just it's a bit the person it landed on.
He looks at you so innocently.
I know, like I just couldn't see your innocence, and that's what I was trying to work with. It's like, why can't I see his innocence? But I can at the same time, but there's a part of me that doesn't want to. So I kind of resonated with some of what Peter was saying. It's like, I want to hold this, but I don't know why. So yeah, and so yeah, kind of feel like I want to hang out with Gareth, not be here. You know, it's like that little. So yeah.
So, I don't know if you noticed it, but when I called him at the table, you became loud with your eating. Is that what you tried to say then? And you didn't notice it?
I didn't notice, no.
The spoon and the plate.
Maybe it was percolating then, because I didn't feel it at that time, but yeah. It's only while I've been sat here, it's like, I don't think I don't actually really want to be here. But I don't want to be anywhere else either, so it's like that, yeah, don't know where to be or how to be. But it's something inside of me that's just gets really, really angry for, I don't know why.
Well, he hit the cake.
Could he hit the cake?
Sorry, how did he hide? Did he hide the cake or hit the cake?
Hid it.
Oh, he I thought he was a cake beater.
Locked it behind him.
He hid the cake.
Yeah.
The cake that you wanted to eat.
What a pity.
So that was it. So he had hid the cake that you wanted to eat.
I don't think I even wanted to eat it. I just didn't like that it was locked, and it's like, why is he why is he put the cake behind two locked doors? It was Laurie came in with a piece of cake. Then afterwards I thought, right, I'm going to have a piece of cake. I couldn't find it. Sorry, it was gone missing again, but it was there.
It appeared. It came out.
Yeah, but I'd gone looking for it behind the two locked doors. It wasn't there anymore. So.
But that's why there was so much walking through the doors.
Only two locked doors. Lock, unlock.
Looking for the cake.
Where's the light switch? Yeah.
How do you feel now? Or how is the anger level now?
Well, it still wants to come back. It's like, no, they're laughing at me now. That's the next part. Yeah,
No.
because you're so stupid. Yeah.
Maybe there was something else or something more. There was more. You were angry at him for other things.
Yeah, just. Again, it's like, where's it coming from, felt so stupid because it's like I can rationalise it, but I still felt it. It's like he's got time to make a drink and slowly doing things, and I felt like really like there's so much to do to get here on time and taking responsibility. And he's just, eating the strawberries and cleaning.
Mm. Was it just the two of you cleaning up?
No, Matthew
Matthew.
was flying around doing,
Yeah.
and my hair exposed in that. It's like, oh
Mm.
God. Yeah. Because now you'll know how stupid I am to get bothered about something like that. And that's the jailer, you know. Now I really, really want to leave.
Well, I think it sounds like you knew the time, you knew what was needing to be done. You wanted some efficiency. I don't think you're stupid at all. I think that's a natural way of feeling. And it could have been good to communicate. It could have been good to say to Derek, I need you to speed up a bit, drop the strawberries, come help me, or I'll get someone else. You know, you can communicate. You have that possibility and that capability.
I don't feel like I have. I don't feel like I can say. Sometimes I feel like I can, but I know earlier on when I tried to communicate around the windows, it's like he couldn't hear me and I kept repeating, and it's
Well,
like,
you
I
can
don't
communicate with Anna, right? You can go and tell Anna how you feel about the situation.
I did do it actually afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah, but in the moment you can do that too.
Well, it was Anna who'd asked me to speak with Dirk about the windows, and it felt like, I don't know why I'm really speaking to him about the windows, but it just felt like
I think this is a core belief that you're powerless,
yeah.
and in those moments, that's when it comes up, and you. Anger kind of implodes. It's like you sit with this boiling anger because you didn't know how to ask for help. But you don't have to leave. We have a song for you here.
You can relax now. Come on and open your eyes. are the child of God, and that will never change. You had a dream, you misunderstood. You thought we were separate, but now you hear my voice and you can relax now. Come on and open your eyes, breathe deeply now. I am with you. You are the love of my life. You are my one creation. You are eternity, and that will never change. You had a dream, you misunderstood. You thought we were separate, but now you hear my voice and you can relax now. Come on and open your eyes, breathe deeply now. I am with you. You are the love of my life. You are my one creation. You are eternity, and that will never
Feels good, and feels like you let something out.
Like I'm stuck with it.
Yeah, but just know it's like a false memory. It's like a memory. Just see if you can relax. It's not. There is nothing bad happening. Do you want to speak?
No. Well, was not my intention.
No. Maybe it was nice you were holding it, and you want to hold her a little more, support her out of this stuckness.
So like I want to push everything, the song, and Peter, everybody away.
Or we can play one more song. Can you shake loose a bit? Is the speaker down there? So we can just, after the song, we can just meditate for maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, and end the evening in meditation. But yeah, this is a song you can shake loose a bit if you like. It's another Eric song.
Will you take me for a ride? I'd like to see the other side before I go. It's just some things I really want to know. And will you tell me what they mean, all the strange things that I've seen before I die? For oh so very long I've wondered why, all the things that make me think, and why I always seem to sink when I try.